What's going on, guys? Cody from Motorcycle MD, and in this video I'll be going head to head with the Gunson Colortune air fuel mixture light thing. And the guinea pig we'll be using is this 1982 Honda CB 450SC Nighthawk. This is a twin cylinder bike, 2 carbs, 1 per cylinder. I've been actually pretty excited to see this tool myself. It's been around for a while. It's nothing new. I actually had to do research on it and learn how to use it. It allows you to visually see a specific color when it comes to the air fuel mixture based off of a little spark plug thing. Personally, I don't see how this thing can actually be inaccurate at all. We're literally just viewing inside of the combustion chamber. The only thing that I could see that there may be an issue is just we've brought in the spark further away from the combustion chamber, in essence. Regardless, we're just viewing the explosion taking place inside of your motor. On a spectrum with color, when it comes to the flame or the flame front that's taking place inside the motor, we want to land somewhere around the color of like a propane burner. I'm just curious of what the color looks like when it comes to the idle drop procedure, which is a fundamental thing that I push all the time when it comes to air fuel mixtures. I'll explain it later on in this video. But yeah, I'm just curious what it looks like with the Colortune, really. Now, we will be basing a lot of this off of assumptions of the bike, right? The compression's good, the valve adjustment's done. We got some fresh gas in there, I know that. This bike literally sat for almost 6 to 7 years, and I just woke it up yesterday. So, it sounds like it's great. The accelerator pump's working, the throttle has good response. I wouldn't suggest any adjustment from where it's at right now. And I just want to see how the bike reacts to what it says is good versus what I say is good. Let's get into it. So like I said, the bike got fired up yesterday. I just flushed the tank out with some fresh gas. The carbs were drained by me when I set this thing up a long time ago for this guy. Never got around to riding it. So I know I have some fresh premium fuel in this. The carbs are working. We need to fire this thing up and get it into operating temperature because that's the best place to make these kind of adjustments. Let it run for probably 10 minutes. Give it some throttle. Just get it nice and warmed up. Grab a fan and then start plugging in that Colortune. Of course, it'd be nice if the battery was good. Boom. We should have some power. Bing, full choke. Come on, baby. It's running on 1 cylinder right now, so we gotta wait for that second cylinder to come in. Turn the gas on. That might help. Let it warm up. We got our fan set up. Yeah, we're close, man. So this is So what I will do is I will state my case, my evidence as to why I think this is good and where I adjust carburetors at when it comes to tuning the air fuel mixture for your carburetor. And for those of you who don't like watching YouTube videos, maybe you have a TikTok brain and this is just way too much information, you want to skip to the meat of the video, I'll be sure to put a timestamp for you guys so you don't have to listen to me talk. But for those of you who do enjoy learning stuff on YouTube, all the videos I ever talk about when it comes to carburetor tuning, I'm always basing it off of I'm at sea level, right? You can climb quite a bit of altitude before you have to really care about that, but I'm at sea level, so we'll start there. If I get a bike and it has a factory setting of 2.5 turns out on the fuel mixture screw, I always richen that setting up by turning it out more if we're talking about a fuel mixture screw. That's what we're talking about in this bike, that's what it has. So if it has 2.5 out, I usually go to 3 out or 3.25 out, and man, what a difference that makes. Now, I'm basing all of my evidence of it being a good idea, a good setting for the bike to be at, based off of how the bike responds at idle. This is the golden nugget when it comes to tuning the mixture screws. If you were to just twist that throttle one time quick, how it responds going back to its idle is going to be what I base everything off of. If it drops down below idle and then picks itself back up slowly, I would consider that, and I would say evidence does as well, that it is a rich mixture. There's too much fuel going into that cylinder, and the motor is now trying to compensate and burn it off, and then it gets back up into that idle position. If you were to crack the throttle and all of a sudden it takes a while for it to come down, and drops down real slow, I would say that it's too lean. And I would say evidence supports that as well. So you've heard my settings, and I'm not going to touch them. I think they're exactly where they need to be. So let's hook up this Colortune and find out. Let's grab our spark plug out of here. I feel like I was yelling the whole time because that fan was on. Oh well, let's blow this out. Make sure no rocks falling down into our spark plug hole. Let's see what the spark plug says. I've never taken these out. That looks pretty good to me, man. We're looking for some fire cooked marshmallow a little bit, and that looks good to me. But, you know, so the way this works is pretty straightforward. We are looking at color down in here, right? So maybe I'll shut the lights off or something. We can see that. This is going to thread right in. Okay, it has a little copper washer for it. A little porcelain to let you know what's going on. But apparently, like right down in that window is what we're looking for. So let's see if this is the correct thread pitch, first of all. And this is too big. But they also sell these adapters, right? That shout out to Ted for sending me this stuff. Man, he's a Inner Circle member and another technician, and he's like, hey man, you should try this out. And I've been wanting to for a while. I've actually gotten a lot of comments from people asking if it's something that is usable. So let's try this adapter real quick. I don't think that depth is going to matter too much. They should be smart enough to not make these things too deep. Yeah, it's actually a little bit more shallow, which is totally fine. Copper washer that goes with this, so we're going to thread this in. I'm excited. I've been wanting to use this thing for a while. Not going to go crazy. Let's just snug it up. Right there. Then we'll have this guy go into that. I guess we'll reuse the next copper washer as well. Okay, they also give you this little adapter piece here that you can go over. You know. Okay, I had to YouTube how to use this thing. So this like brings, like if you're in like a deep hole or something like that, this allows you to tighten this, and then this can go straight into your spark plug like that. And then we look down at here, right? That should be it, I think. Let's try it. So based off of a quick search, it didn't come with the Colortune guide, but this is what I found on the internet. So this looks like orange yellow would be rich, more fuel consumption. They're looking for like a blue or a light blue for maximum economy, right? And those are some of the colors. The funny thing is I'm actually a little bit colorblind, so we'll see how this goes, but I can tell the difference between this and this and this and this. So let's go for it. Blue, we're looking for blue, light blue, and we're looking for maybe nothing too rich. All right, let's fire this thing up, see what we got. My camera's like bugging out. The lines on the camera were like, I don't know what was happening, but I ain't trying to find out if that were to ruin that. So I had to use my phone. I think that we were close. I think it was like blue or purple, but please hold while I go ask my wife what color that actually was. Now, those of you who've been around the channel for a while, you guys know that a lot of the carburetor adjustment videos I do are usually on single cylinder stuff. It's because it's easy to show and to get evidence from. But then you guys are like, cool, way to go on a single cylinder. Why don't you try it on a twin or on an inline four? I'm like, it's the same thing. Dude, I've said this 1,000 times. If you clean the carburetors consistently from one to the other and you have good compression and your valve adjustment's good and everything's healthy and as far as that aspect goes, main thing being that your carburetors were cleaned identically. They are both as clean as the other. My mixture setting for this one is going to be the same as the other one. Okay, that's not, I don't know what else to say. Let's say we're going into wintertime or we're going into summertime and maybe things are just, maybe it's hesitation a little bit or the way that the idle falls is different. I want to bump it up a little bit. I would go quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, down the line, no matter how many carburetors it is. And then I would assess the situation based off of that. I'm not doing this one 1.5 and that one maybe 2 3/4. Like, that's not happening, man. Like, this is just a little rant. It's the same. that mixture setting on the right side is the same as the one on the left side. And if there were 4 carburetors, guess what? What I want to do now, just for fun, but we're just going to set this to a factory setting at the mixture, with the fuel mixture screw being up underneath this carb in the front. It's a little flathead screw. They usually have little flag posts on them. I take them off or grind them off, or usually just heat them up, pull them off, and then that's it. But we can now attach a little flathead screwdriver and then screw these in. Factory setting on these is about 2 turns out, and they call it the initial setting. Keyword, the initial. It's not meant to stay there, but it's where you should start. That's a good thing to know. That goes with all mixture screws. So let's see where we're at right now, which is where I've set the carbs at when I cleaned them last. I'm just gonna use my little 90 on it here. So let's just go a half turn. Okay, start over. This would be 1 full turn in. Another half. So that's 1.5. That is 2 turns. A half. So now we're at 2.5 in till seated position. Let's keep going very lightly. That's 3 turns. Exactly 3 turns out. So from the seated position, again, we're not trying to break this thing off. We're just going to come back out. So half, 1 turn, half. That's 2 turns out. And that is the initial setting. So let's see if it's lean coming from here. It's actually not showing, from what I can tell, that lean of the mixture. It's just running like crap. I wonder if I can make it worse. So I'm going to go all the way in with it. Well, inevitably, we'll cut this whole cylinder from running. This thing is closed. Only the right cylinder is firing right now. We've cut off the idle completely for the cylinder, and it's still... Let's back it out to 3 turns. There's 3. So they're saying that rich is going to be on the other end of the color spectrum, right? So yellow, green, whatever they were saying. So I leaned the crap out of it, and in my eyes, the color just stayed blue, right? It just stayed blue. Maybe light blue, I guess we'll call it. Too hard to tell. So let's richen it up a bunch, you know? I thought it would already be kind of in that spectrum with my adjustments, but let's plug it in. And then we'll richen this thing up. We're already at 3 out. Let's go to 4 out and see what happens on the fuel mixture. We're adding more fuel to it, so the color should change. I mean, we've seen it change. When we revved it up, we saw that change. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's just do it. All right. So 3 turns out. Get that blue. Let's go another half turn out. Give that a minute to kind of settle itself down. Okay, we're at 3.5. I would say we're already rich, but let's go another half turn. I would say the color is lightened up. Yeah, it's changing. That's clear to see. Okay. Yeah, I would say this is overly rich. A full turn out from where I had it. Let's go another half turn. And I wouldn't even never set these things at 4.5 out. Or 4 out for that matter. I'd be afraid of the mixture jet falling out. Okay, we're rich. We're rich. I think it's no longer blue. The only thing that's blue is the spark that you're seeing. Otherwise, she's rich. full rinse. Sounds like crap. Spark plug's probably turning black on me. Let's go back in. And it's slowly changing back to blue. Light's starting to sound a lot better, a lot more syncopated. That blue color's returned. And we are back at 3 turns. So the only problem that I have with it that isn't a problem that can really be solved, because like again, all we're doing is we have a little glass window into what's going on. You can't just like start altering the color spectrum on this end versus that end. For me, again, I did mention that I do have a slight color blind with blue, purple, red, green. When it came to it being like massively lean, I personally could not tell too much of a difference in the color that was going on. For that reason, it would be hard for me to differentiate between like, you know, is it at the right setting, right? When we went rich, it changed color. It actually looked a lot more yellow-green when I wasn't looking at my phone, but it was changing. And I would say that that was accurate about a full turn after my initial adjustment, if that makes sense. So that would prove that it's rich. You know, that's obviously too rich, which I would totally agree with. So I would say that it is accurate, you know. But when it came to the lean side of it, the only way that I could differentiate between like it being too lean and where I had it was the pulse that we saw going on. It was more consistent. It was like almost always blue versus when it was lean, it was kind of like very, very sporadic, if that makes sense. That's my only delineation between lean versus where we needed it to be. So yeah, I would say it's accurate. I mean, I think it's a cool tool. It's going to get you in the ballpark for sure, you know, definitely in the ballpark. And I think it's worth the value. You know, if you're very unfamiliar with what is too much and too little, it's going to put you there. I think it's going to put you there. And please feel free to comment below this video. Tell me what you thought about it. If you have any suggestions on another video maybe you'd like to see, you might find interesting, I'd love to hear about it. Thank you guys so much for spending the time with me. As always, Cody from Motorcycle MD, bringing you guys some quality tips and tricks for your next build or your daily rider. See you around. Later.